welcome to Grandma B's Busy Life. I'm Brenda, and today's episode of Slow Down and Drink the Coffee is not happening in the morning. It is actually the evening, and I have made me a little cup of tea to kind of wind down and get myself ready for bed. I'm having this tea, it's from Celestial Seasonings, and it's Tea Well Daily Wellness Ginger and Mint. It is so good. It's really good. I love the mix of the ginger and the mint. So good. First, I want to thank all of my subscribers, and I want to thank the many of you. There were several people who reached out to me, some privately who I know in my personal life, and a couple of people on my comments said that they look forward to these Slow Down and Drink the Coffee episodes every week. And that really touched me because it's really just all about Brenda. And so it's so cool to me that you are interested in what I have to say. So that it's really an honor, and I appreciate all of you who come back to watch my videos. If you're new here and just stumbled upon this video, I do this every Thursday, but then on Tuesdays and Saturdays I post cooking videos, budget shopping, frugal tips, and other things that come up, but mostly those things. So if you're interested in those kind of videos, just make sure you like and subscribe to my channel so that you can come back and see more videos. So today I'm going to talk about a frustration and something that came good out of that. My frustration is the dang housing market. I've been thinking about, I watch a channel called 40 and Broke, and Leroy gives some great tips on saving and investing. And actually, Leroy, I want you to know that when I started my full-time job last week, I was thinking about you and thinking about investing and how to make sure that I have enough money at retirement, and your videos really were helpful, so I appreciate it. And actually, I'll link Leroy's channel 40 and Broke in the description box. He's a new YouTuber like me, but he has some great tips. Anyhow, so I started a full-time job, and starting that full-time job, I now had a guaranteed income, and my income, I got a substantial raise. So Grandpa B and I thought that we would be able to buy a house. And that's sort of true. A year ago, we qualified for a house, and we qualified for $340,000. And the problem was the day we qualified was the day the school shut down. And because of that, I lost work. Because of the job I was in, I was at will. So if there was not work, I didn't work. And I ended up for about 4 months having almost no income. And luckily we had money saved because we were going to buy a house. And so we made it through. I also started a bakery business and sold breads and jams and cinnamon rolls to my friends and family. And between the two, I was able to get by. But it wiped out our savings. So we were not able to buy a house a year ago because of the fact that I had lost work and I could not show continued income. So with the full-time position, we felt like this was our time. So we reapplied, qualified for $365,000. Great, that's $25,000 more than last time. But guess what? Houses have gone up about $75,000. A lot. And we cannot find a home for under $400,000. We can't find one. We can't find an existing home. Well, that's another story. I'll talk about that in a minute. We had wanted to build a house, and the house that we wanted a year ago was $330,000. That exact same house is now $400,000. We don't qualify for it. So we thought about looking at existing homes, and that's even worse. Here in the county that I live in, homes are going, well, in the first 24 hours of being listed, homes are getting 25 to 35 offers. And many of them are cash offers that are $30,000 to $50,000 above asking price. What? Like, so what's happening is you can't finance a home for more than it's worth. So if the market says the house is worth $400,000, you can offer $450,000. You can finance up to $400,000 and then pay cash for the difference. I don't have $50,000 in savings, especially since a year ago I wiped out my savings just getting by. Between the stimulus and taxes and the little tiny bit I've been able to save since I've been back to work, we have about maybe pushing it $12,000, which is an okay down payment. It's not great, but it's okay. It's 3% on $365,000, but there's no homes. I can't compete for an existing home, and I can't afford a house to build. So here's what we decided to do. We decided to renew our lease for 2 years and stay here. And then we took the money that we had in savings and we're paying down, we haven't done it yet, but we're in the process of paying down credit cards. That will boost our credit score. And then also, we're taking some of it and we put a down payment on a travel trailer. That's the exciting thing. I'm so excited. We have wanted a trailer for a very, very, very long time. And not being able to get a house was such a disappointment, but we decided to take the leap now, get the travel trailer, rent for 2 years, continue to pay down our debt, and continue to save. And we're hoping in 2 years that the market will come back around. So Grandpa B heard on the news earlier today that, just a second. Oh, that is so good. And it has honey in it, which is amazing. Oh, so good. So Grandpa B heard on the news earlier today on his drive home from work that the housing market that this is a once in a lifetime change in the market. That the housing market the housing prices have not risen so drastically ever. And that they don't anticipate it will ever happen again. And that it will even out. That a lot of things are affecting the housing market. The cost of lumber is affecting the builds, which is why homes have gone up $75,000. The other thing that's affecting it is that the COVID has completely changed our economics. And currently, right now, some families have a large amount of money that they've gotten through the stimulus. If you got $1,400 per person and you're 2 adults with 4 kids, well, 14 times 6, 10 times 6 is 6,000, 4 times 6, so $8,400. Do my math in my head. So a family of 6 got almost $10,000. So that's a lot of money. And if they didn't have a down payment before, they do now. And if their credit was good and they had a little bit saved, they're even in a better position. So there's more people able to buy right now than normal. I don't know. I don't know if I can handle the stress of competing with 30 other people's bids. And I definitely can't afford a new build. So we bought a travel trailer, and I'm really excited about that. I'm thinking about all of the things that I want to do, what do I want to stock in the trailer on a regular basis, what do I want to make sure I pack each time we go, what decorations do I want to put up. Grandpa B and I made a deal that he's going to be in charge of taking care of, making sure everything that, all the equipment we need for the outside is his job, everything we need for the inside is my job. So he's going to make sure we have all of the mechanical things and also things for relaxing outside, the lawn chairs, the tables, the things like that. And I'm in charge of everything inside, and I'm really excited about that. So here's what I want you to tell me. If you were just getting started with a travel trailer, would you put a crock pot or an Instant Pot in the trailer? A small one, a 2 to 3 quart, 2 quart crock pot, 3 quart Instant Pot. Or would you just have pans and pots and pans? I love to cook. I want to cook. Our travel trailer has an oven in it, and so I'll be baking in there. Maybe not baking like cakes and cookies, but baking meals. So, would you put an Instant Pot or a crock pot in there? I'm thinking I want to. I don't know which one I want, and I don't know if they're worth the space. If I know how to cook well on the stove, and I can make things in the oven, do I need them? I don't know. What do you think? Tell me in the comments below. But anyhow, just a short little slow down and drink the coffee or tea. You know what? I needed this today. I needed to slow down. It's only been a week and a half since I worked full time, and I'm realizing I've had a fairly cush job in that I've only worked 2 to 3 days a week, and now working 5 days a week, easy 8 to 10 hours a day. Last week I worked 11 and 12-hour days. This week's been a little better, but it's kicking my butt. And I'm not complaining because I'm grateful for the job, but I needed to slow down. Slow down. Yeah. Well, if you've got any advice for me as far as travel trailers go, I would love to hear it. Thank you for joining me. Make sure you take time to slow down and drink the coffee or the tea, no matter what time of day it is. When you need the time, take the time. Have a great day. See you again soon.